Hey guys, I am Marriage Coach Michael.
And I'm Marriage Coach Shavon. This is Junior Marriage Coach Cameron. Hi.
Listen guys, we want to talk to you guys real quick about the state of marriages, and in particular, Christian marriages. Now, we did a lot of statistics and a lot of searching, and we found out that Christian marriages are getting a divorce at the same rate as the world. Why is that? We believe that there is a spirit of religion that has attached itself to marriage. What is a spirit of religion? It is getting married under the pretenses of spiritual reasons, but these marriages are using scriptures and really creating unhealthy and toxic environments within the marriage, right? And there's a lot of reasons for that. Being married to people who were unequally yoked, being married to people who didn't really have an understanding of what marriage is, being married to someone who love God, but they just don't know how to make it work, right, babe? And they're creating some very toxic and unhealthy marriages. And what makes it the spirit of bondage is because most believers don't really believe in divorce, and not every divorce is tied to adultery, right? So there's marriages that people may not be cheating, but there's a lot of other toxicity and unhealthy and toxic behaviors, and so now believers are trapped.
Absolutely, and I can definitely relate personally from previous experiences. I know that a lot of people within the church, really don't want to divorce if it's not death or infidelity or if the non-believing spouse leaves. But through our Bible study and our research, we've learned that there are many more reasons where divorce is actually justified and acceptable under God's eyes. So that's definitely what we're here to teach people, because there's a lot of misunderstanding in the church as a whole. We know as believers that you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to do these things, but why? Is it a natural evolution of life that you graduate college, you get married, you get that house, you have babies? Or is it because God has actually called you to be married? Because not everyone is even called to be married. Let's talk about that.
That's crazy, right? Everybody's not called to be married, and you may have just married some people that you should not even marry, right? We teach in our book, Keys to a Healthy Marriage, that there are three types of marriages. There are free will marriages, meaning, you just go on free will, you just chose someone, whoever you chose. There are God ordained marriages. These are marriages that God has brought the two people together, has blessed it, has a purpose for that marriage. And then we call what's called Satan sent marriages. And there's scripture to prove that Satan sends certain people into believers' lives and connects with them. And those marriages are causing people to forfeit their beliefs, not fulfill their purpose. There's a whole slew of unhealthy and toxicity around marriages in the church. And that's why we are here. That's why we created Coach My Love, because me and Shavon, our own personal story, our marriage, we had within 4 years of our marriage, and guess what? This is even our second marriage, right? We both were married to other people that we probably should not have gotten married to, and that turned out bad. And now this was our second marriage, and guess what? This was a God-ordained marriage. We know God brought it together, but we still didn't know how to make it work. We still had issues, resentment, unresolved issues in our marriage, and it blew up to the point where we filed for divorce 4 years later. But thank God he came in, he tore that old marriage down and showed us how to build a new marriage on new principles, and we've learned a lot. We're still learning, right? But that's why we are on a personal mission to help those people that are in the church save their marriages, make them work, turn them into these failing marriages, into marriages that God approves of.
Absolutely. We teach that there are two types of relationships that are the hardest ones that people deal with. people that should not be together but are trying to make it work. And then there are people who are supposed to be together but don't know how to make it work. We were that couple that were supposed to be together but didn't know how to make it work. We loved each other, we loved God, we had plans, we were doing everything right, but our personal issues that we brought into the marriage was slowly killing us. And it wasn't until God took us on this transformation journey where we were able to rebuild our marriage from scratch, using biblical principles, using God as the center of our marriage, and we are happier and more successful than we've ever been today as a couple and as a married couple. This is the focal point of why we are motivated to help other couples just like us, just like you, within the church who love God and who love your spouses, and who want to save your marriages but don't know how. There is hope for you, and we are here to help you achieve your goals.
That's right. And so we are on a journey, a love mission to help save marriages. And we believe that God truly wants to give you the marriage your heart desires, right? There is a marriage that God has created for you to be in, you and your spouse. Right now, the marriage that you are in that's full of turmoil and unhappiness and toxicity, that is not the marriage that God has created for you. God has a marriage that brings freedom and joy and power to build his kingdom and to help you on your life journey in your mission. And we want to help teach you how to have that marriage.
Absolutely.
Right? And so we're excited to walk you through the transformation. Please, download our book. We have a free book, Keys to a Healthy Marriage. It's in the link. Make sure you download that. And there's some surveys in there. And if you want to, please set up a free coaching session with Shavon and I, right? We're going to do one free coaching session with you. We're going to help break some things down, help identify some things in your current marriage that can help get you on the way. Look, if you don't do any more coaching with us, at least have this one coaching session so that we can at least put you on a path to having a relationship, the marriage that God has for you. So we are excited to walk you through the transformation. We're excited to be of service to you. Please download our free ebook. It's free to you. It has a lot of tips, tools, and information in there that we worked hard. And if you want to take that next step, me and Shavon will be more than happy to help you go through the transformation to give you the marriage that God has for you. So we love you guys. Can't wait to connect with you. Until then, download the book. Keep prayer, keep God in there, and we're here for you guys whenever you need us. Take care.